but you didn't expect to see me here, did ya? Stephen gave me permission to cover this video because of breaking news, and so I just wanted to explain what's going on, because otherwise all the Tesla bulls will reason this away and say it's actually a good thing, but it's really a bad thing for Tesla. So let me explain what's just happened, okay? Some guy, Dave Lee, I don't know who this guy is, what a dickhead, I don't know who he is, but he looks like a dickhead. Anyway, he says, as many were expecting, Tesla has reduced prices in China. Model 3 standard range from 290,998 yuan. Excuse my pronunciation. I'm not very good at saying words. Don't judge me. Yuan to 279,888 yuan, which makes it 265,900 with subsidy. And the performance is 367,900 down to 349,900. Okay, we'll talk about why this is important in just 1 second, but let's read the other one first from this Dave guy. Model Y, standard range, 316,900. Excuse me. Oh, delicious. Those electrolytes, yummy. The 299,988, which makes it 288,900 with a subsidy, which is around $40,000 US. The long range, 394,900 to 357,900, and the performance, 417,900 to 397,900. I noticed a lot of 8s in these numbers. I don't know why that is, because 8s have nothing to do with luck, especially in the Chinese culture, so I'm not sure what's going on, but I just need to talk about this because I know what the Tesla bulls are going to say, and I just want to get in before they say it, okay? Let me explain, okay? This is proof that Tesla demand is collapsing in China. That's the only possible explanation. The price cuts, collapsing demand. If there's collapsing demand and Tesla have to keep lowering their prices, eventually they'll lower their price to zero and then go bankrupt selling the cars, okay? That's the only possible explanation. And as the experts, in fact, as the genius has told us, very recently, Tesla demand in China is collapsing. They're desperate. They have to lower the prices of their vehicles. That's the only possible explanation. And let me explain something to you. Some dickhead on YouTube recently was explaining that Tesla's China factory is also the main export hub. And so if they want to, they can go, oh, hang on, oh, there's a subsidy in China. Less people are buying right now because they can't qualify for the subsidy. But instead of us lowering our prices this quarter, we can send the cars that we made from China on the boats to other countries that aren't China and sell them there instead because we have crazy demand. And then when we want to in the future, we can change the pricing in China and make these vehicles eligible for more subsidies. That's definitely not what happened, okay? Tesla is not a big brain company with smart people who can see the order flow from all the different regions on the planet Earth and then extrapolate, oh, okay, how much demand is there here? What do we need to do here? Okay, great. It's not the way that it works, okay? There's only one explanation. If less cars produced at the China factory in China are sold in China, even though it's an export hub, it means that demand in China is collapsing and Tesla's in trouble and they should probably just close their Shanghai factory. And these price cuts are proof that there's no demand. Not that Tesla has lots of agility and flexibility and that can make adjustments dynamically throughout the quarter and throughout the year to ensure they sell the most number of cars for the most number of money to the most number of people. And if you disagree with me, you're a Kool-Aid drinker and that's the only explanation. And also, just in case any Tesla bulls say this, okay, because it's misinformation, the fact that Tesla has industry-leading profit margins in the automotive industry, like as in like 3 times higher than the average, doesn't mean that they can reduce the price on their cars and still have industry-leading margins, because, actually they probably can, can't they? Oh, fuck. Oh. Hey, editor, can you get edit that out because I look like a dumbass. I don't want people to think I'm a dumbass. Now let me explain, okay? Gordon Johnson and I have just been having a conversation together. He's my favorite research analyst on Wall Street. He's very good. He's also very jacked and he dresses very sharp. Did you notice how sharp he dresses? He's also a mountain of a man. Credit where it's due, Gordon Johnson. Looking good, bruv. I just want to quote from one of the Tesla Kool-Aid drinkers that's talking about this very thing, okay? I'm ready? This guy, Gary Dickhead, what's his name? He looks like a dickhead. So according to Dickhead Black over here, everything fits together now. Tesla Q3 volume shortfall was driven by weak September China volumes and management guidance last week. On the conference call, that full year 2022 delivery growth will be just under 50%, which implies 4Q volumes of 450 to 480,000, way above Wall Street consensus of 435, and Wall Street full year 2022 year-over-year growth of 44%. Okay? It's almost like this guy is suggesting that Tesla knew what they were doing and they were adjusting pricing dynamically, but obviously that's not true, because Tesla don't know what they're doing. And the price decreases now prove one thing: demand has collapsed in China and Tesla's going bankrupt. And now, can you believe the audacity of this guy who thinks he's so smart? Gary Black, look at me with my big check mark. I hope Tesla stock investors take the China price cut positively, because it means management's 4Q demand forecast of 450,000 is secured. That said, The shorts will paint this as a China demand problem. Exactly. There's no demand in China. This is the proof. See? At least he knows that there's no demand. At least he said that out loud. And the media may reinforce that. Oh, they will, because it's true. I believe the buy side anticipated a China price cut. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, okay? This is what the Tesla bulls will say. They will say, oh, Tesla has a brain and they're smart, and so they knew what they were doing. And they're dynamically pricing and adjusting, and okay, we'll ship these from here to here and then there to there, and then we'll cut the price in China. Yeah, because we're smart and we can manage it. Nah, that's what the bulls are going to say. But they're wrong. They're all just a bunch of Elon fanboys. Because the truth is, demand in China has collapsed. And like I said before, Tesla does not have industry-leading profit margins. So if they cut their prices a little bit, which they've just done, guess what? They stop making money on all their cars and they go bankrupt. Therefore, I'm going to short Tesla stock at these levels, at 52-week lows, because it proves that Tesla is not profitable, demand is collapsing, and they're going to go bankrupt because the competition came. Oh, by the way, Steven told me to tell you guys to go sign up for his Patreon. Of course, you shouldn't do that because he's a dickhead, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But I'm just saying, like, he told me to tell you to sign up for Patreon because that was like one of the conditions of me taking over this channel for today's video, okay? So go sign up to his Patreon, that's what he told me to tell you. He also said, what did he say? Oh yeah, there's some videos and shit. All garbage. It's just a money grab. He's such a greedy Did I say Am I allowed to say on YouTube? Oh, I probably can't say No, we have to beep that out. Hey, editor, make sure you beep out me saying every time. I think that's an Australian expression for person, by the way, just so you know. It's not a derogatory term. Just how Australians say, my friend, my fellow. Okay, so, demand is collapsing. Tesla has been forced to cut prices. The competition has come. Tesla has no margins. They've got no wiggle room. The company's going bankrupt. The Gordon Johnson was right. You should listen to all the people who sold Tesla stock and are waiting to buy back under $140 per share, because that's definitely going to happen because of the no demand in China. So I just wanted to warn you guys now, because all the Tesla bulls are going to say Tesla knew what they were doing. And this is proof of them knowing what they're doing, because they sold all the cars they made in China before they cut the prices, and now they cut the prices, and now they're going to sell even more cars they make in China, which would indicate that they know what they're doing, which is obviously wrong, because they don't know what they're doing, because they're going bankrupt, as we've discussed. Okay? Good. That's the end of the video, okay? Wait, what else? Something. Oh yeah, you should definitely join Steven's Patreon, because you got to support these dumbasses who are really stupid. So you should definitely join Steven's Patreon with a card in the corner. I'll link in the comment, because he was very generous to let me do a takeover on this channel on this particular occasion. Just to explain what's going on, okay? Tesla's doomed. This is unequivocal proof that Tesla is in big trouble. Big trouble, okay? Now, I just want to say something. This David guy, whoever that guy is, David doesn't know what he's talking about. No one was expecting Tesla to cut prices in China, because that would suggest that it was an obvious thing to do based on these demands and get the subsidy. And Tesla doesn't know what obvious things to do are, because they're really dumb and their leadership and management is super stupid. They must have hired them from Twitter or somewhere. Plus, besides, I have it on good sources, good credible sources tell me that David Lee here is actually on Tesla's payroll. Tesla pays David Lee, huh? Look at me, Tesla pays me to say good shit about the company. And this guy as well, it's the same thing, okay? Tesla's paying Gary Black. They pay him to say things that seem logical, but it's just all smoke and mirrors, because Tesla's a fraud. Elon's a liar. I'm not a virgin. I don't live in my mum's basement. I haven't lost my entire life savings of $3 shorting Tesla stock. I don't need therapy. I don't have unprocessed trauma. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. Tesla is just a car company. This is unequivocal proof that the competition has finally come all over Tesla, because they're just a car company, and they also don't know what they're doing, and there's no demand. So obviously, you should sell all your Tesla stock right now. That is not investment advice. I just have to say that because of the legal things, but you know, maybe it is, you know what I mean? And also, does anyone know how to, just like, if you could leave me a tip in the comments if anyone knows how to gain the attention of a female. I know it's a little bit off topic, I'm just on a personal note, I'm just trying to, it's not really working out for me, guys.